Good morning, running for my life. I'm doing a little trail running this morning, as I mentioned yesterday. Got a little family getaway going on this weekend, Labor Day weekend, and today's actually September 6th, so my 39th birthday today. So happy birthday to me. Anyways, as I promised yesterday, just wanted to talk a little bit more about my overall vacation strategy. Yesterday I hit on just taking some time to enjoy the journey, relax, still get it done, but didn't push myself as hard. A little bit of a change of scenery. Got that going on today as well, as you can see behind me. Just working on a little trail running. So all of my running so far has been like out on a paved sidewalk type trail and concrete, that type of thing. So today just doing a little trail running in nature. Just again, a little bit of a change up, different pace, different scenery. And then the big thing I want to talk about is just how do you kind of keep it all together? How do you not allow yourself to just completely fall off the bandwagon whenever you're getting a vacation in, getting some rest, some downtime? Eating can be a challenge in situations like this. I know for me, definitely can be. And so a couple of things that I do, and I'll just say up front, this is what I do. I'm not saying this is what you have to do, what you should do. I know there are a lot of different people that do a lot of different things when it comes to downtime, taking time off, change of scenery. For me, I try to stick with it as best I can if I'm on a vacation. Sorry, I got spider webs or something here. Stick with it as best as I can. And a big part of that is having a plan, and maybe not planning out every single detail, but for me, I found that if I don't have a plan, if I don't kind of have something up front in my mind that I've approved or said this is how it's going to go, then I can easily just mindlessly start eating and snacking. And snacking is typically a bigger deal for me. And then snacking, sorry, got the camera going on, moving around on you here. Anyway, snacking easily, all that mindless eating can turn into really, really, really bad stuff, and just eating big meals and then more and more and more. And so I don't want to do that. And so, I just kind of go in having a good understanding of what are my meals going to be, making sure that I do have my healthy staples and maybe even some other healthy snacks. And, just kind of creating that up front, that I'm going to allow myself to eat a little bit, indulge a little bit, but I'm not going to go past this point. I'm going to stick with these things. I'm going to do these things. For me, whenever I'm doing vacation like this or holiday like this, at least this trip, I'm trying to keep my first half of the day as normal as possible. If I start early, really snacking and doing things early, then that's going to turn into a really long day of poor eating and just really bad decisions. And so, get up, get my run in, get my protein, water, and just stick with it as long as I can throughout the day. And then understand that, maybe we're going to have a special dinner or something like that. And so yesterday we ended up at Whataburger for lunch. We had other plans, but those plans kind of fell through. Something we were going to cook in the camper didn't have quite the utensils we needed. So we went to Whataburger, and I stuck with just a plain chicken breast sandwich on a whole wheat bun. In my opinion, not the best overall thing I could have ate, but not the worst either. It wasn't a burger or cheeseburger and fries and things like that. And then at dinner time, we had a little meal prepared, actually what we were going to do for lunch. So I just let myself eat that. Didn't go too crazy. And then another thing is just having some healthy snack options, for me. And this may sound just stupid and crazy and silly to a lot of people, but things like raisins, berries, nuts, even some yogurt covered raisins. If I'm really, starting to want to snack, if I can stick with something like that, as opposed to going and getting a cookie or a snack cake or those types of things, then it's going to be better. And typically whenever I eat those type of things, they satisfy that urge, but don't leave me wanting more, like some of those other really sugary, high processed type foods go. So anyways, hope that's helpful. That's kind of what I'm doing. And then the other big thing, and this could be very controversial, so I'm not trying to cause any controversies, but if you're watching this and you disagree, totally fine. But a lot of people use food as like a reward, kind of you've earned this is my reward. I deserve to, allow myself to eat whatever I want. And for me, I found that's just not not the way that I want to look at food. I certainly did that in the past, you know, for a long time. Thought, you know, I need a little reward, but now I'm kind of, you know, my mindset right now is my reward is not related to food at all. It's the health, it's the journey, the benefits, the results of what I'm doing, the compliments, the questions, you know, are you losing weight? Being able to go on a run and compete in a 5K, those types of things, that's my reward. And so I really don't want to consider food a reward at all. And again, I know that's super controversial. And then the last thing I will say is that I've been eating clean now for several months, very consistently, very clean diet. And so whenever I eat something that's not a normal part of my day, something that we would perceive as good, like a cheeseburger or what have you, it's just not it's just not as good as you think it's going to be. And when you're eating clean, it doesn't really feel good to eat it. It's not something that I look forward to. And so anytime I eat something like that, it's just typically disappointing, and then I'm done, and so that's one of the benefits. It's one of the positives about eating clean and doing it consistently. It's just that it takes a little bit of work to be able to get that tolerance back up to some of that junk food that used to eat. So anyways, hope that's helpful. We're having a great time. Again, today's my birthday, 39 years old today. And Desiree and I read a book earlier this year during the quarantine. We'd sit in the backyard and read. I'd read out loud to her a book called Younger Next Year. And definitely at 39, I'm pretty excited. I'm in a much different place than I was at 38 years old. Looking forward to the coming years as well. Not as scared as 40 now as I was then. Feel like diabetes, heart disease, obesity, all of that stuff are losing at the moment. So anyways, it's all good stuff. Keep the BA. God bless. I just recorded the video and then thought of something else that I wanted to add. So I'm gonna throw this in real quick. And then I really got to get moving. Running behind this morning. We're gonna get to church and got a little bit more of a drive, about 30-minute drive into town. So anyways, when you're taking a holiday, vacation, whatever it is, if you do kind of blow it, if you have a bad day or whatever, if you don't make necessarily the best decisions, have an upfront contract with yourself that it's guilt-free. I'm not saying get out of jail card. No, you're gonna have to pay for it. You're gonna have to work, and you got to have that upfront contract that when I get back home, when I get back into the routine or whatever, that I'm gonna get back on track. That's non-negotiable. But if you do have a bad day, if you blow it, you're on vacation, you're on holiday, cut yourself some slack, guilt-free. I'm not saying get out of jail free. I'm saying guilt-free. Don't beat yourself up too much. Let it go. Let it go. Sometimes we just need to be able to do that. People are wired differently. So if that's you, guilt-free. Don't worry about it. Keep the BA. God bless.